Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to a Legionaries Life, which is a kind of a text-based adventure of a Roman soldier as they progress through the Second Punic War. With the first campaign starting in Hispania, we've been following Scipio Africanus as our main commander, and we've just been an ordinary soldier within the hastati, which is sort of the front line of Roman soldiers. We have fought, I think, 3 battles now. We're into part 4 of the campaign in Spain. And we've just been promoted from just an ordinary, basically, PFC type deal to a Tesserarius, which apparently is one of the guard commanders in one of the 2 centuries of your maniple. So I guess there's 2 centuries in a maniple, so I assume that's about leading about 60 men, so it's kind of like a platoon. And we're the guard commander of that unit. As a result of that promotion, which occurred after the very last battle, we have seen our pay increase to 104 effective pay. Our wages increased to 52, and we have fixed costs of 48, which I assume is just like, all right, we got to, eat and stuff. Our sword skill is our best skill so far. We have a level 52 sword skill, which I think is right around considered trained. Javelin's a little bit below average at 45, shields at 38. Our other attributes include our strength, which is obviously how strong we are, our endurance, and our constitution. Constitution is basically how much health you have. Quickness, coordination, charisma, awareness, and intellect. Most of that stuff's right around 50. We're a little bit above average on coordination, quickness, constitution, endurance, and strength. And that's the situation right now. So we're into part 4 of the campaign in Hispania. We have already fought and defeated Hasdrubal, one of the brothers of Hannibal, and he's moved off into Gaul on his way toward Italy. Eventually he'll be defeated north of the Alps, I believe, or maybe just south of the Alps, and his head will be thrown into Hannibal's camp, which was a great shock to Hannibal. It was, again, one of those examples where the Romans were unable to defeat Hannibal in Italy, so they just kind of isolated him, and then the Carthaginians sent reinforcements under his brother to aid him in potentially eventually driving on Rome itself, but Hasdrubal was isolated and destroyed and killed before he could come to his brother's aid. With that being said, we are at the beginning of this phase, so each battle occurs, and then you have a training phase, and that's what we're currently in the middle of. Our morale is high, our virtue is right around a little bit above average, right around flat. Troop opinion and centurion opinion of us has gone up a little bit, proconsul not as much, and if we train, we kind of have to spar at this point, because regular solo practices, we don't really learn anything else at this point. So we'll go ahead and spar, and you can see here, we received our pay, so I guess that must be like 104 denarii per month, maybe? In any event, we just started, so, like, I'm not really... You were put in You were put in charge of a small foraging party and sent out to collect supplies. Okay. Oh, shit. So where are we supposed to go? This is like Zelda here. So where are supplies going to be? Because I'm running out of time and I don't see supplies. What's this up here? This place looks like a good hunting ground. Okay. Hunt. Your impressive display of skills seems to have motivated the rest of your squad. In the end, you put together a fairly large amount of food. Hey, good job. Collect some wheat. Collect some wheat there. Collect some wheat there. So our supplies are almost there. We're running out of time rapidly, but we've got a little bit more. Okay. You found enough supplies to go back to your camp. Return to the starting point before time runs out. Uh-oh. We don't have much time, and it looks like as we march across... Ambush? Shit. You've walked straight into an ambush. Stones are raining down all around you. Only your training and quick reflexes keeps you safe. As abruptly as it began, the attack ceases. The slingers have left you. All you can do is count your wounded. I don't think I'm going to get back to the starting point in time. You can see the time running down. We've got to go all the way down this side of the map. You've collected plenty of supplies, but we're behind schedule. Your superior's not particularly happy about this. Neither are the soldiers who are entrusted to you. All right, so opinion decreases by 2, but we did accomplish our objective. We just took a little bit too much time. I don't think we got anything in the way of skills for being ambushed there. So that's a new little game there. Hey, Super Chacho, Charcoal, Battling Geezer. Glad to see you guys all. Yeah, it's an interesting little game. Let's try a good sparring. No one likes me. All right. So I'm having trouble training at this point, spending a lot of time not really accomplishing anything. So maybe we should try and work out instead. Strength and Constitution. All right, that works. So again, sort of the 2-on, 1-off rule. Something's causing a stir through the camp. Actually, you're sure you've heard cheers of jubilation. Then you find out. Big news from Rome. Hasdrubal Barca's army, which has crossed the Pyrenees last year after escaping you, was finally intercepted in Italia by 2 consular armies before he could join his brother Hannibal further to the south. His army was annihilated near the Maturius River, and Hasdrubal himself died fighting alongside his men. Hannibal is isolated now, and Rome has never been so safe since he crossed the Alps. So there you go, the story I was just telling you about. When you embarked 3 years ago, all of this seemed next to impossible. The revelry goes on for a long time. Your morale has increased by 5. Okay, that's a good result. The patrol you're leading comes across a merchant. This is a dangerous area with reported bandit activity, and the merchant is afraid his 2 guards won't be sufficient. Although not exactly the same, his route is close enough to yours. He asks if you're interested in escorting him escorting him against payment. Your share would be 20 denarii. Easy money, but you're not supposed to neglect your duties in pursuit of personal gain. Your men make no objection. They welcome any chance to supplement their meager wage, and your virtue decreases by 3. No bandits dare to attack such a well-guarded target. Once he has arrived at his destination, the merchant remunerates you for your service. You have gained 20 denarii. Okay. All right, so we're not getting any better. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, I'm not... Good people won't spar me, and I'm not really making any improvements when I try and spar just anyone. All right, my regular pay. I probably should buy some better equipment eventually, right? I guess we can focus on javelin skill. Okay, I did one too many runs in a row there. I mean, the only thing I can seem to make better is my improving the javelin skill, I guess, is kind of important. Okay, let's go ahead and buy. So we have some money here. We have 255 denarii. We can use that to spend on other items. Let's see, what can we afford? How would this compare? Gladius Hispanius versus Gladius Hispanius 4. Damage would be actually a little bit less on the new one. Anti-armor is a little bit better handiness. Same reach, a little bit better quality. Probably not worth the money. What about the Etrusco Corinthian helmet? Well, actually, I don't have enough money for that, do I? Oh, I have just enough money. Same pretty much across the board. Slight improvement, maybe. What about back and breastplate? How would that compare with what we have right now? It would give us much better torso coverage. And other than that, it's about the same. Chainmail, don't have enough money. Pectoral plate, we already have that. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll buy the back and breastplate. I would love for like shin guards or something like that. I've seen that before, but we don't have any that are available to us. So we'll go ahead and sell the old pectoral plate. Gets about 19 denarii back. And we'll go ahead and exit out of here. Okay, so training. What ration you are given. Thank you very much, J Street, for the bits. Yeah, I've heard of Axis and Allies. It's one of the all-time classic board games. Not super detailed or anything, but it is a fun little game. When I was in high school, we actually started a history club in my high school. I was one of the founding members. And one of the events that we did with History Club is we hosted for the whole school a board game night, specifically an Axis and Allies board game night. We set up, I think, and this was a small class. We had about 50 people in our grade, about 250 people in the entire high school. And we set up a Axis and Allies night with 6 board games. I think we were playing Axis and Allies Europe on a couple of the boards, and the other ones were just regular classic Axis and Allies, and we ended up having, I want to say 35 or 40 people playing on 6 different boards for about 4 or 5 hours one of the nights. It was a lot of fun. We actually did it twice because it was pretty popular. All right, the wheat ration you've been given today is blatantly lighter than it should be. Complain. The attendant apologizes and makes up for the missing portion. Your morale increases by 3. Okay, awesome. Let's do this. Let's go back to workouts, because we can only do one more thing. And let's do run. And when nothing happens. Great. Time to move on. Hasdrubal Gisco and Mago Barca, Hannibal's youngest brother, are leading the remaining armies of Carthage in this theater. They have joined forces set on dealing with you once and for all. Scipio himself leads whatever forces he has at his disposal to face them. The legions in the Italic ally, of course, but also a large number of native allies. You don't like the rumors you've been hearing. It seems the enemy outnumbers you by a fair margin. When you come in sight of the Punic camp near the town of Ilipia, you can see for yourself. The reports were not overblown. All right, so apparently we're going to be outnumbered. Now, our character's not in great shape. We didn't gain anything on sword skill, nothing on shield skill. Our javelin did get up to 50, which is nice. Our strength increased a bit, so up to 54. Endurance is 54. Constitution did go up 1 to 55. That's still pretty low. We did get much better armor on us, at least. Quickness, coordination didn't change. Charisma still 50. Intellect still 50. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm a little bit worried that the difficulty in this game is going to outstrip my ability to rise to the challenge and match the adversaries. But we'll see as we kind of end up here in combat. J Street, I may have commissioned someone to make a new emoji for my Twitch channel. Unfortunately, it'll only be available for subscribers, but it might be that of a butcher. Your army's busy building its camp across the broad plain that separates you from the Carthaginians. A large cavalry host comes forward from the other side, trying to take you by surprise. To their dismay, they find out that Scipio hid his own cavalry behind a hill. The sudden counterattack stalls the assailants for a while, but the fight is in the balance. Soon your maniple is sent out to your back, to go help the cavalry. Your cavalry has been slowly taking ground thanks to your support. As yet another charge brings chaos to both sides, a Numidian rides in front of your ranks with a clear intent to provoke an attack. These horsemen are considered among the best in the world. They were key to many of Hannibal's victories in the early years of the war, and all your compatriots who have met them on the battlefield have learned to respect them. Don't leave the safety of the formation. You stay behind the shield wall. He throws a javelin at your line, but is forced to retreat when a squadron of Italic cavalry counter approaches. I mean, that could challenge him in single combat, but that would just be dumb. A single infantryman against a cavalryman with a javelin? Yeah, they're just asking to die. The skirmish goes on for a long time, but in the end, the Carthaginians have to give up and ride back to their camp. Nothing else relevant happens for the rest of the day. Okay, so I'm assuming I missed an opportunity for to become more famous, but again, this game has permadeath, so I want to try and stay alive and keep playing. The day has come. The voices of officers are giving orders, and the sound of marching feet fill the air as your column leaves the camp. All your efforts over the last 4 years are at stake today. Your maniple takes its position on the battlefield. If you fail here, this vast plain is the last place you'll ever see. So obviously this is sort of the boss battle, if you will, of the first campaign in Hispania. But it also is a historical battle, so we'll see how this plays out. The legions of Rome, yeah, there's a lot of text building this one up compared to some of the other battles. The legions of Rome and the Italic ally are in the center. Your local allies' light troops on the wings. When the dust settles, you see the distant enemies. Hasdrubal Gisco adopted a similar approach with his heavy infantry in front of you. His elephants stand like towers in the front of Hispania allies on the wings. You wait in silence. You have to trust your fellow soldiers. If at any point they panic and break formation, then all is lost, no matter what you do. You try not to dwell on it. The wait seems to go on forever. Minutes pass, then hours. Neither general gives the signal to advance. As the sunset approaches, you see a motion ripple through the enemy front. They are not advancing, though. They are going back to their camp. Soon after, the same order is given to you. You march back with a mixture of relief and frustration. The following day, the scene repeats itself, and the day after that, and so on. For several days, the Carthaginians are always deployed first, their heavy infantry in the center, and you follow soon after, mirroring their arrangement. So apparently we get penalized here because our intuition is too low. So the endless back and forth is eating your nerves. Your morale is decreased by 3. Then one morning you are all awakened sooner than usual. The order is to have breakfast and prepare to march out. Something is off with the position of your legion in the outgoing column. You'll end up on a wing rather than in the center. Your cavalry skirmishers are harassing the Punic camps, forcing Hasdrubal Gisco to respond and deploy in a hurry. Both armies are fully positioned. The dusk is not yet settled, but you are quite sure you're facing the enemy light infantry now rather than their elite heavy troops. This time, there will be no turning back. Okay. Nice job, J Street. Glad to see that you're butchering your own men, just like me. Scipio himself takes command of your wing. You wheel to the right, then turn left. Your 3 lines have become columns. Your maniple loses cohesion for a moment and comes close to disarray. Not very reassuring. Your senior officers quickly regain control. Your morale decreases by 3. As a column, you can advance much faster than usual. You see that the other wing on the left is also made of heavy footmen, is doing the same. The line is formed by your Hispania allies, and the center is moving forward at a slower pace. You are now close enough to the Carthaginian left. You wheel to the right once more, and then turn and face them in your usual formation. You've been too fast for them to react properly. Their elephants are being driven away by your skirmishers. At last, you're ordered to advance. All right, so now we're finally going to fight. When the other side is at the right distance, you prepare to hurl your first javelin. You take aim at one of the enemy soldiers and hurl your javelin. Your target is wounded and falls back, causing some disarray. Your opinion of your troops increases by 1. Your morale increases by 2. At the other side gets closer and closer, you steel yourself for the incoming fight. Hurl a javelin. Missed. Alright, we'll attack the torso. Nice! We got a good hit early. He failed to hit us. He attacked our leg and he failed. Fuck! Let's try for the torso again. There we go. Nice hit. Ah, he succeeded. No! Hit in the arm. Alright, let's recover our stance here a bit. Shit. There we go. Just what we needed. God damn it. That was a pretty big hit. 9 health points there. God damn it, I keep getting hit. Fuck. Of course, he succeeds in his recovery. And he's much quicker than me. So I guess the quickness and the fatigue determine how often you can attack. Obviously, we are getting butchered here. Alright, so that 28 should help. Let's go for his head. Fuck! Let's go for a head again. Damn it! The situation is shifting. So we won't be in this battle much longer. I believe usually it's about 20 turns per round, but we're just going to rotate and we'll probably come back in either against a new soldier or another. At least in that second attack there, you heard the armor hit. And while we were hit, our armor actually received the damage. As a brief lull in the fighting allows for it, your centurion gives a signal to rotate the line behind. Okay, so we were hurt pretty badly, but we're going to rotate out of position, and the enemy will rotate in, or our other troops will rotate in. Now we're going to swing back in, and we're against another enemy soldier. This guy is not so hurt as the previous guy we were attacking. We got a good hit on him there. Fucking A! I just can't hit anything. Even when I've got reasonable chances here, I just can't hit anything. At least we got 2 recoveries in a row. That was nice. Alright, that's a good hit. Man, he's good at feinting and whatever. God, I think we're gonna die, guys. Ugh! That was a nice hit there. One more to finish him off. No! I've got bad odds, but I'm just trying to finish him. Fuck. No! God damn it. Well, we had a decent score. We got to the rank of Tesserarius. We killed 1 militiaman, 1 inexperienced Securius. We had a shared kill of a militiaman and a wounding of a Libyan light infantryman. But we received no awards. So a score of 100. It's better than I've done before by far. You can see previous incantations of me playing all ended pretty quickly. Sorry, Supercharger. I do tend to stream at ungodly hours. This is, in fact, a fact. It's what works for me. All right. Well, that was a disappointing end. I'm going to play one more. I probably won't read through as much of the stuff this time. Let's try and roll again. I'd really like to get... Let's see here. Endurance, Constitution, Quickness. I really want to try and get like a high quickness score because that feels like that's really important. All right, so if I go with this roll, this is actually a pretty good roll. 61 quickness, 52 coordination, 53 constitution, 51 endurance, and 51 strength, 50 charisma, 52 awareness, 49 intellect. So rather than 50 across the board, we're way above an average of 50 per score. So we'll go with this. We're going to go with... what should we go with? I mean, I was just Butch. I've been Butcher. How about Maximus Butcherus? I don't know if that's how you'd spell it in Latin, but you can see here we have 55 points to start with. So we can also use our starting points to get some better stuff. We could get better equipment. I think we can actually afford better equipment as it is right now. Not quite, though. Not the Italic Xiphos, but we can afford this Italic Xiphos, so I guess there's two different ones. So we'll do that. We can afford that. I think we can afford a slightly better helmet as well. Oh wait, I'm spending my points on this? I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'd rather spend the points on making my character better. So like we can spend it on coordination or charisma or intellect or whatever. My gut says strength maybe? So we'll do that. We'll spend the 2 on strength. We'll go ahead and skip. And we're back into part 1 of this game. So the first phase. If we look at our character, I think we want to focus on... Well, can we buy, sell? Can we buy anything better? We can get... we don't have enough money for Grievous. Or better swords. How does this compare? Slightly better. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go ahead and sell our old helmet. All right, so that's what we're going to be able to afford, and then now we're just going to go ahead and train. We're going to do 1 javelin, 1 sword, and then hang around and do nothing. 1 javelin, 1 sword. Can we have fun? Yeah, we'll do that. Have fun. Spend our money on having fun. Okay. Is there something that will hurt my virtue? Okay, to do denarii. I want to kind of hurt my virtue. I want to be like a sleazy Roman soldier, just kind of like a, you know, a jerk. Okay. All right, so we'll keep having fun because I think that does hurt your denarii, or does hurt your Fellow soldiers are playing dice next to you. Suddenly, the one named Metellius turns on Volanus, calls him a cheater. You've been observing the two of them for some time, and Volanus' winning streak is not so far-fetched. Also, Metellius is notorious for his bad temper. Mind your own business, in spite of everything. My virtue decreases. My virtue decreases because I just mind my own business? You're stuck with an especially aggressive sparring partner this morning. Decius has been here in Hispania since long before your arrival. He is one of the last survivors of the last year's debacle. His blade comes dangerously close to your throat twice already. Even wooden practice swords can be lethal when used like that. He stares at you for a moment. Whatever he was about to say, he seems to think better of it and raises his hand as an apology. As you go back to your practice, you're pleased to notice that he has adjusted his attitude. All right. You're on guard duty when you hear a strange noise that came from somewhere to your left. And investigate. It's just an owl. Go back to your post. All right. So, leisure, have fun. That also decreases my virtue. Okay. Our morale is very high, though. Training, sword practice. Apparently, I can't get better. So, we are currently 38, 29, 37 in terms of our skills. Pretty good quickness at 61, strength 53, endurance 51, constitution 53. So let's go ahead and be a sleazy soldier and see what that can get us. The camp bursts into activity as the whole army prepares to leave. You march to the south. It doesn't take long for your destination to become apparent. You are once more bound for New Carthage in this new life, the capital of the Carthaginian blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're reaching our destination. We're going to take the castle. There's going to be enemy soldiers that are going to race toward us. They're militiamen. They're going to attack us, and we're just going to try and kill them. Okay, so pick off a specific target. What an embarrassing throw. Seriously? I thought my throwing was decent. Gets closer, you steel yourself for the incoming fight. Hurl a javelin. Hit him! Yeah, in the groin! Arrow to the groin! Alright, we'll go for his torso. There's a hit, but it didn't do much damage. We got hit, but our armor absorbed it. Thank God for that new helmet there, eh? Ooh, a nice little hit there. His feint failed. We'll go for the torso again. Another hit. He missed. We'll go for the head now. Hit. Oh, his armor absorbed it. We'll go for the head again. Another hit, but another armor absorption. I guess we'll just go for the torso then, since I can't seem to get through his helmet. He's almost dead. He hasn't touched us yet. There you go. We got him. We killed him. Alright, so we'll rest. Apparently my respite failed. We got another militiaman attacking us. We're going to try and hit him. He charged us and failed. Let's go for his head. This one's armor, apparently we should penetrate his head armor easily. Nice little hit in the head there. Go for his head armor again. Another hit there. He keeps trying to recover and he's failing, so that's giving us a good chance to have more hits on him. Oh, we missed. Let's go for his torso this time. There you go, a nice little hit there. I think we're doing less damage because we're getting tired. You can see our fatigue levels going up pretty substantially, and it seems like the average hit that we're doing is doing less and less damage. So that might be because of the fatigue, I'm not sure. In any event, we just killed a second militiaman. So 2 enemy militiamen. We'll go ahead and recover. That'll succeed. And another enemy militiaman is coming at us. We'll try and attack him as well, although by this point I have to imagine we're exhausted. You can see the exhaustion. Looks like it reset. So apparently the enemy begins to break up. So we badly wounded 1 militiaman and killed 2 others. That's a good result for us. Carthaginian militias in disarray. Sterile bodies, blah, blah, blah. An improvised pursuit is attempted. So in terms of our deed, we killed 2 militiamen. Apparently we don't get credit for wounding that other guy. The centurion beckons some of your comrades. After a brief talk, they move away from the maniple. You wonder what is going on. The rest of you storm the city walls. Do your best to stay alive. No matter how hard you try, you can't protect yourself. No! So I've never been hit before when I've tried not to get hit. But apparently I did lose a little bit of health there. So we lost 9 health. We're at 44. An expert militiaman? Maximus Butcherus is against an enemy expert militiaman. Attack! Hey, that was a good roll there to start. Then he attacked and missed, so now he's off balance a little bit. Ah. Alright, we'll recover. Okay, so his feint fail. Oh, soft spot hit there. Ugh. Fuck. There we go. Successful recovery. Man, our quickness must be really coming in handy here because we are attacking multiple times pretty successfully. And all without him responding. That one didn't do much damage. Oh, he is way off balance now. Let's see. The arm does how much damage? So a head hit, or actually the groin and neck are the most damaging, but they're also the hardest to be successful with. Alright, so hopefully my pals here finish this guy off. Let's recover some of our coordination. Alright, so my pals finished off the bad guy there, so we get a share of a kill. Elation! My morale increases. Okay. So, at this point, we kind of have a choice. We can go low virtue and choose to sneak away and search for a quick profit, although if we do that, I think we probably will get killed by bad guys. Or we can stick to the rules and move ahead of the rally point. What do you guys want to see? I think the scary thing at this point for me is I'm already pretty wounded. As much as I'd like to try and sneak away for a quick profit, and it does bring up an interesting secondary sort of storyline, at this point I think we'll stick to the rules. So there's 500 mercenaries left. They're nothing like the militia we fought before. We're going to volunteer to go after these guys. So I may get killed. I'm going to be fighting against very good enemy soldiers. The enemy has the high ground, which gives us a disadvantage. Pick a specific target. God damn it. I thought my throwing was decent. Garrison mercenary. No, I missed. Alright. Attack. Offensive intent. Go for the torso! Damn, that sucks. No! Recover. Succeed, nice. Alright, so he missed there. That should give us a better chance of attacking. So we did a little bit of damage, but his armor absorbed some of that. His armor absorbed all of that damage. Guess we can go for the arm. Ooh. Moving the defensive. Recover. Failed. Ugh. Recover. Succeed. Attack. Arm. Damn it. No! Oh, man, we did not last long. I might have been a glory hound, but we definitely did not last long there. We got 2 militiamen and a shared expert militiaman. That was a pretty good start for us. We kind of ruined it. But, yeah, Yeah, never volunteer, I guess, in the military, right? Oh, lame. Negative 10 hit to pride. Oh, man. All right. Well, this is going to be a short stream, guys. I know we've only been going for about 37 minutes, but I do appreciate you tuning in. I think tomorrow we're going to play some War in the Pacific. I'm going to return to my turn. Return to my turn. Huh. That currently I have for XTRG. I will probably stream around 11 o'clock Central Time tomorrow, and it will be, again, War in the Pacific Admirals Edition the next turn for that long-running series that we have going with XTRG. Some interesting actions, I think, maybe, perhaps. He seems very eager to get his turn back, so I'm wondering if there's anything interesting that's going to happen in the South Pacific. But with that being said, guys, I do appreciate you tuning in for this. I am going to go ahead and probably continue playing Legionaries Life, but what I may do in future videos is just kind of play through the initial screen so you don't keep saying the same few fights, and then I will pick it up sort of like by phase 4 or so. You know, basically just get to where we got to before we died last time, and then see, you know, play from there. So I appreciate you guys tuning in for this abbreviated stream. J Street, thank you for the bits there. I will catch you guys next time. But until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching. And until next time, I'm out.